Bitcoin has been making headlines again. Its price already surged past $108,000, as you might already know. But what was the reason behind this? One of the reasons is there are growing expectations that the United States could create a strategic Bitcoin reserve. This is marking the beginning of a new era, where countries race to secure Bitcoin as a critical financial and geopolitical asset. So, what exactly is happening, and what does it mean for the future of Bitcoin and the global financial system? Last December, there were optimistic news that the United States might seriously consider creating a strategic Bitcoin reserve. This speculation has gained momentum with Trump's return to power set for January 20th. A pivotal moment occurred during Trump's appearance at the New York Stock Exchange, where he rang the opening bell and responded to a journalist's question about crypto. When asked about the idea of a strategic reserve for Bitcoin, Trump's response was direct. Yes, we want to do something big with crypto. Our goal is to stay ahead of other countries. This statement has fueled hopes that the U.S. government might take concrete steps to secure its place as a leader in the crypto space. The foundation of this idea is a proposed piece of legislation called the Bitcoin Act 2024, introduced by Senator Cynthia Lummis of Wyoming, officially titled the Boosting Innovation, Technology, and Competitiveness Through Optimized Investment Nationwide Act, or simply the Bitcoin Act. It aims to establish a program for the U.S. government to purchase Bitcoin, acquire up to 200,000 BTC per year for 5 years, totaling 1 million BTC, 4.8% of Bitcoin's total supply of 21 million. Apparently, the idea is to hold the Bitcoin in cold storage for at least 20 years to ensure long-term stability and security. But that's not all. The act includes strict provisions that prohibit the sale, exchange, or use of the Bitcoin reserve for any purpose other than reducing federal debt. Even after 20 years, the government would need congressional approval to decide whether to continue holding the Bitcoin or begin a controlled, gradual sale. This structured approach demonstrates the potential seriousness of the U.S. government's interest in Bitcoin as a strategic asset. The United States isn't the only country considering Bitcoin as a strategic reserve. Reports suggest that Russia is also exploring this idea. In a leaked document, Russia's plans to establish its own Bitcoin reserve were revealed. President Vladimir Putin recently questioned the necessity of traditional dollar reserves, citing Bitcoin as a decentralized alternative that is immune to sanctions. His statement was, "Why accumulate reserves that can be so easily frozen, like the US dollar? Bitcoin offers new technologies that will develop regardless of what happens to the dollar." Putin's remarks highlight Bitcoin's value in a world where financial sovereignty and resilience against sanctions are becoming increasingly important. Traditionally, gold has been the go-to asset for central bank reserves. The United States currently holds over 8,000 metric tons of gold, equivalent to 22% of global central bank reserves. However, the total amount of gold ever mined is estimated to be 212,500 metric tons, meaning the U.S. holds roughly 3.8% of the world's gold. So, the proposed 1 million BTC reserve would represent 4.8% of Bitcoin's total supply, making it comparable to the US gold holdings in terms of its share of the global supply. This highlights the strategic importance of Bitcoin as a digital equivalent to gold, a finite, durable, and valuable asset. Michael Saylor of MicroStrategy has even suggested that the US could sell some of its gold reserves to fund Bitcoin purchases.
The very simple idea is buy 20 or 25% of the Bitcoin network on behalf of the U.S. government, catalyze the development of that world reserve capital network, and then let all the Chinese and the Russians and the foreigners sell all their other assets and buy Bitcoin, and then the money flows into the United States. If you want to put a great twist on it, dump your gold, sell all the U.S. gold, buy Bitcoin, then the trade is free because you could buy 5 million Bitcoin for the cost of the gold.
His reasoning? Selling gold would weaken the reserves of countries like China, Russia, and India, while strengthening the U.S. position in the emerging Bitcoin economy. Whether this approach is feasible remains to be seen, but it underscores the shifting dynamics of global finance. Bitcoin offers several advantages over traditional assets like gold. First, fixed supply. Unlike gold, which continues to be mined, Bitcoin's supply is capped at 21 million, ensuring scarcity. Second, digital efficiency. Bitcoin transactions are fast, secure, and verifiable on the blockchain, making it ideal for global trade. And third, decentralization. Bitcoin's network operates without central control, offering resilience against geopolitical risks. As nations explore these benefits, it's becoming clear that Bitcoin is more than an investment. It's a tool for financial sovereignty and innovation. One of the most remarkable aspects of the Bitcoin Act is its commitment to protecting individual rights. The legislation explicitly states that the government cannot confiscate legally acquired Bitcoin or restrict citizens from holding or using it. It also emphasizes the importance of self-custody as a fundamental principle of financial freedom in the digital age. We recently made a video about this and its relevance for us as individuals. You must take a look if you care about your crypto holdings and financial sovereignty. While the Bitcoin Act is still in the early stages and must pass through Congress, its introduction marks a significant shift in how governments view Bitcoin. If the US moves forward with a strategic Bitcoin reserve, it could trigger a domino effect with other nations racing to secure their own reserves. This geopolitical competition could drive Bitcoin's price to unprecedented heights. Michael Saylor's idea might sound bold, even crazy at first glance, but when considered logically, it is a smart strategy that could significantly boost the power of the first nation to adopt it. If the US doesn't act, another country could seize the opportunity, gaining a crucial advantage in this new competition. Subscribe to the channel to explore Michael Saylor's proposal in detail and see why it could be a game-changing move for the first nation bold enough to act. The potential creation of a US strategic Bitcoin reserve is more than just a financial move. It's a groundbreaking step toward redefining the global monetary system. As Bitcoin continues to prove its value as a decentralized, inflation-resistant asset, its role in the world economy will only grow. Whether you're a believer or a skeptic, one thing is clear. Bitcoin is no longer just a digital currency, it's the monetary gunpowder of the 21st century. That's it for today. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and check out the CryptoVagabonds Academy for more in-depth content like this. But the most important thing, stay curious and stay hodling.